Hi guys, welcome to Simproved, Fry speaking here, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. Today we are going to build something with the brand new Pastel Pop kit for The Sims 4 in The Sims 4. And as always, when a new build kind of kit comes out, I want to try something and see what you can build with just the base game and the new pack or kit in this case, and see where it leads us. So I was looking at all of the objects, and I have to say personally, I'm not a big fan of this Danish pastel style, like in a vast majority. Like if it's a high quantity of all of these objects all together, I'm like, yeah, it's not my cake, you know, not my piece of cake. But I thought, okay, there are some white swatches that I like a little bit easier to put together, and there are two tile tables. And I really like these tile tables for some reason. It gave me 60s bungalow desert resort kind of vibes. I don't know. I saw them. I was like, maybe a design hotel or something. So this is what we do here. So I looked up some resorts. There is one in Utah that has this big rock in the pool. Like the pool is around the rock. And I was like, okay, Oasis Springs it is. Big pool. And then we're just gonna do bungalows that we copy and paste all over the place around the pool. That was the main idea. So basically we have a little bungalow that I built first and kind of tried to lay out everything. We're gonna use the bed that is new in this kit. The table is basically all of the bedroom slash main hotel bungalow room items are all from this kit. They are actually, now that I have built with this, very adorable, right? I think they are supposed to be more for like a teen room or like a bedroom. I think it even says it's like for bedrooms. So yeah, bedrooms, it kind of makes sense. The wall hanging mirror is way too high. I'm not sure if this is totally the case, because I tried to have different levels here and experiment with different levels and be like a super good builder and like try out new platforms and stuff like that. In the end, it made it a little bit fiddly, but your Sims can walk around. It's playtested, so they can get everywhere. But yeah, never again. And I wanted the bungalows to be super minimalist and then just have like a bunch of crazy colors that this kit obviously provides. And once I had like the basic layout of the bungalows, because I needed to know where to put them, I could start the main layouting of the whole resort kind of thing. We are building, by the way, on the 50/50 lot in Oasis Springs. That's where the park is. I will set this to a lounge, but I think it will also work as, what was the other one that I actually wanted to put in? I think museum or something. But yeah, but you can also, live in here. There is not a kitchen, but there's a barbecue and a bar. So you can either move them in here for like a resort kind of hotel gameplay, or this is the lounge that it is and you kind of just stay there the whole time. Oh yeah, public pool was the other one. You can set it also to a public pool, but yeah, I'm always like, yeah, it's a park kind of with a pool, kind of like the same stuff you do there, except, swimming is added. Yeah, so I wanted to have these bungalows. I wanted to have a big kind of pool area, of course, and I wanted to have like a bar main building. So that was the only thing that I went with. And since the tiled tables came with this aqua kind of pastel color, I thought, okay, this looks really cool in contrast to the Oasis Springs orange stone. And I also just recently watched Don't Worry Darling. I think that's what the movie is called, a highly controversial movie. But I really like the production design there, because it's also like the set in this desert kind of thing with these 60s bungalows and stuff like that. I really, really like this. And yeah, this kind of maybe also influenced me while building this. So yeah, basically it was not that hard to do. I think I built this in 4 hours. 4 hours, I think. Yeah, this took me 4 hours, mainly because it's because I could, later on copy the bungalows over and over again, because, like in every hotel, I thought all of the rooms are the same. And after I had like the main layout where every bungalow is, where the main building is, where's like this kind of loungy area, I thought we need another, like the pool is so big and, you know, we need another lounge area in the middle of the water. So I did this with the new sofas that came with this pack. I thought it would be really, really cool looking to have this in the middle of the pool so you can swim there. But there's also, of course, a bridge, you know. So your Sims can theoretically swim in there. There's an opening, they can swim in there, but they can also use the bridge. First, I wanted to do the bridges with a platform because I used platforms all around for these round edges. I just thought it looks really good. But in this height, apparently, I couldn't put in stairs because platforms are just like curved wall rooms and other things, a little bit like a feature in build mode. They exist, but if you like go on the edges of all these things, I think the build mode is like, yeah, no, it's not happening. There's like, I can't do this for some reason. So later on, this will only be, I think, a normal seating area. But yeah, I stacked the new sofas in there. They are a little bit curved so that, you know, I was like, okay, it's not perfect, but I really wanted to use mainly, you know, the stuff from the new kit. But since in base game there's also no other option where I'm like, okay, this kind of would have fit. I think this is okay, you know, they look cool. I will make it look cool. I promise you, it will look very cool. Definitely thought this would be cool for like a honeymoon kind of gameplay or girls getaway spa kind of thing. Maybe it also gave me Barbie vibes because of the pastels and everything and these like very dominant aqua color that I will put everywhere. And yeah, I wanted to have these platforms on the roofs for overhang bungalow kind of 60s feel. You know, it kind of really looks like a Barbie resort. I really like this. And it is not even that complex because we are only building on like one level, but technically I'm building on 3 levels. So yeah, you will see later because the platforms that you can see, the round platforms around the pool, are actually the 2nd level theoretically. I did some building magic, put them down. So the 2nd level is on top of the pool, if that makes any sense. But yeah, this is how you can have floating platforms on your pool. And I just think I really had to have this roundish corners. So yeah, started with the bungalow. Like I just had to do one bungalow, right? And then just copy and paste over and over again. So I started with the bathroom in the back, which has, of course, everything has this aqua color. And at first I wanted to hide the back screen of the bed because I really personally didn't like the roundish corners there. I just thought, yeah, no. But later on I will put them in. I was like, okay, we have to commit now. We have to use this bed now. And it's okay. Right? Like during building with this, I kind of went, okay, this is maybe so. I mean, I would stay there. I like it. Of course, there's a toilet right in front of the windows, but they're tinted, so nobody will look in. You know, it's okay. It's okay. I simulated like this open door to the bungalows with the windows because we don't have cool looking, kind of sleek looking sliding glass doors in base game. They all look a little bit weird in my opinion, and I really like this tinted glass, so I really wanted to use that. And yeah, basically just with these tiles, I found like a wallpaper that has the same color of the tiles. I'm a little bit sad that in the Pastel Pop Kit, you know, they don't emulate the tiles we have in base game. But I totally understand because we don't have that colorful tiles anyway in base game. So that would be like a cool SDX edition, I'm sure. But yeah, there are lots and lots of weird stuff in base game where I'm like, this is kind of repetitive. So now that I did this a lot of times with like new kits and packs and whatnot, I kind of think sometimes it's weird what is in base game, what's not. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's double the same tile kind of, just smaller, but then the swatches are not the same for I don't know if you want to use the floor tile for that and stuff like that. It's just weird. So yeah, we have a bed. We have 2 base game wardrobes. Then I used the tiled hallway table as kind of like a vanity kind of thing. I really like the salt crystal lamp because I have a couple of them myself at home. Just didn't like that the base is this dark brownish color. I thought maybe with this pastel kit there is no brown throughout this whole kit. This could have been just a concrete base or tiled or with some funky pattern as well, you know. But maybe this makes the salt crystal lamp kind of more useful, so to speak. Throughout building this, I also fell in love with this, I think it's a couch table or an end table, I'm not sure, but it has this flower shape. And I really like this. Like if you stack them next to each other, you can have like this kind of very avant-garde design landscape with tables and like, you know, couches and stuff like that. I think I'm gonna use that in some, first of all, I always love when we have like 1 tile big couch tables. I personally like them more, and especially these you can really turn and kind of experiment a little bit with colors and stuff like that. I really like them. These are really, really good. First I was like, really with this kit I was like, oh god, I hate this. I have problems with like styling this. What the hell? But like now that I did this build, I'm actually, you know, there are lots and lots of things where I can get behind that I really use maybe for other builds as well that are not in this pastel kind of style, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed building with this, honestly. At the end I was kind of like, okay, the kit is good. I definitely still think if you have cottage living, you don't need the country kitchen because it's basically the same kitchen. If you have both the country kitchen kit and the cottage living kit, you can at least, you know, mix the counters of that kitchen because they're almost the same. They have really, really samey swatches. And the front of the counters just look a little bit different. It gives you a little bit more freedom with counters, so to speak, and I use that a lot, but just in general it's kind of like repetitive, and this is definitely not a repetitive kit. Like there are lots and lots of things in there, even though it's not my cup of tea, cup of cake I wanted to say. Doesn't make any sense. It's definitely something, you know, there are lots and lots of objects we don't have, right? And not in this style, not in this context kind of, I would say. So that was really, really cool. It was yeah, it's a cool kit if you are behind this kind of style, I have to say. But I think it's yeah, I like it. I really have to say that I will miss it if I wouldn't have it now. So yeah, I'm not going to complain about it, but I have to say it is a journey. It is a journey, and I hope in this build you can see that, you know, some items are really cool. I really like the wallpaper because it always comes in, you know, there's like a really patterned one, and then there's this colored one, color blocking one, I would even say, and there's always this half wall where like the bottom is another color than the upper color. And if you mix them like I did here, you have these cool squares on the wall, and you can maybe do this to frame your paintings, or I don't know, kind of section it off. It's kind of like some people use carpets to section stuff. You can do this with the wall here too, and I really like this. I think we had something similar with the spa kit and the tiles there, which I also really like to use and kind of combine. So this is a really cool wallpaper. I really have to, first I wanted to complain, I was like, oh, the patterns, but the normal one, I really like that. So yeah, try out something like that with the patterns, stuff like that. So yeah, as you could already see, we have a bar and lounge area, and there will also be like a microphone and the obligatory musical instrument to make this a lounge, of course. And then I deleted one of the bungalows. I wanted to have that smushed in a little bit because I wanted to put another rock in there, you know, because I thought it looks a little bit more organic and kind of built into between the rocks and stuff like that. I just thought it looks way better. And also there can only be maximum 8 Sims, right, in one household. Of course there can be more on this lot, but I just thought, okay, we don't need that many bungalows. So here is the top to down view if you want to build this. And now we go into the panning shots of my lovely pastel pop resort. I really love this. I love it. It's really cool. It gives me Barbie, 60s Barbie kind of dollhouse vibes. I don't know. I really love this. So yeah, I really hope you like this too. Let me know in the comments if, you want to see more with the pastel pop kit. I would really love to hear your suggestions and your ideas about this kit. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.